He smiled and told her she had kind eyes. She froze, because those were the exact words her father used to say, the father who vanished 22 years ago. And the man standing before her? He looked exactly like him. The late afternoon sun spilled golden light through the cafe windows. It was the kind of hour that softened everything. The noise, the people, the ache behind the eyes after a long shift. Samantha wiped her hands on her apron and glanced toward the door. The dinner crowd hadn't started trickling in yet, and she relished these short pockets of quiet. The regulars were scattered in their usual spots. The air smelled like cinnamon rolls and roasted beans. Then the door chimed. He walked in like he belonged somewhere else, maybe on the cover of Forbes, or in a boardroom 30 floors above the street. Mid-50s, sharply dressed in a navy coat, with a watch that caught the light like a secret. His eyes swept the room, and when they landed on Samantha, he didn't look away. "Welcome," she greeted, polite but practiced. "Table for one?" He nodded once. "Yes, thank you." She led him to a quiet booth. He studied the menu for a second, then looked up and smiled. "You have kind eyes," he said, casually, like it was just a compliment. But something in Samantha stilled. Completely. Because she'd heard those exact words before, 22 years ago, in a hospital hallway, from a man who had kissed her forehead, promised to come back, and disappeared without a trace. Her father. "Thank you," she managed, voice caught in her throat. He placed his order, coffee, grilled salmon, and she turned away quickly, hiding the tremble in her hands. But her mind spun. That face, the voice, even the way he tilted his head. It was him. Older, yes, but not unrecognizable. No one else ever said that line. Not like that. Not with that look in their eyes. Could it really be him? But why would he pretend not to know her? Why now? She brought his meal and set it down carefully. "Here you go, sir. Let me know if you need anything else." He looked up again. "Actually, may I ask your name?" She blinked. "Samantha?" He froze, just slightly. But she noticed. It was like a tiny ripple on the surface of calm water. "That's a beautiful name," he said. "I knew a Samantha once." She tilted her head. "Oh?" Her voice barely held steady. He nodded slowly, almost like remembering hurt. "She was very young, 7 maybe, had the same eyes as you, always asked too many questions." Samantha didn't breathe. "That Samantha, what happened to her?" she asked carefully. "She was my daughter," he said, then quickly added, "Well, she would have been, if things had gone differently. I had to walk away. Back then I thought it was the right thing. I had enemies. Debt. Trouble you don't bring home to a child." His eyes turned glassy. "But I've wondered about her every day since." Samantha's knees nearly buckled. "Would you recognize her now?" she whispered. He chuckled bitterly. "Probably not. People change. Time changes them. Or maybe it changes you, and they're exactly the same. I'm not sure anymore." She stared at him. Because suddenly, she saw it. The flicker of recognition he was hiding. The way he didn't ask if she had a father. Just told a story like he was warning her in code. He knew. He'd known the moment he saw her. And yet, he hadn't said it. Cowardice? Guilt? Or something deeper? She reached into her apron pocket and pulled out a thin silver chain. A small pendant dangled from it. A tiny compass, rusted, scratched, but familiar. She held it up. "Do you recognize this?" He stared at it as if it burned. "I gave that to her the night I left," he said slowly. "I told her it would always point her home." Her voice broke. It never did. Silence swallowed the table. He reached out, his hand shaking. You're her, aren't you?" She didn't answer, just looked him in the eyes, the same kind he gave her, and waited. He leaned back like the truth knocked the wind out of him. "I thought you'd hate me," he whispered. "I did," she said. "For a long time." His eyes flinched. "But then I wondered, what if you were dead? What if you didn't want to leave? What if I hated a ghost for no reason?" "I wanted to come back," he said. "But I wasn't the man you deserved. I made mistakes that followed me for years, got involved with people who made threats. Walking away was the only way I knew to protect you." "You could have called," she said. "Wrote, anything." "I was ashamed." His fingers curled into fists. "Then I made money, built a name, thought maybe I could find you when I was someone you wouldn't be ashamed of." Tears lined her eyes. "I didn't care about that. I just wanted a dad." He blinked rapidly. "I came in today because I was passing through town. Thought I'd get a coffee. I didn't know you were here." Samantha studied him. "That's a lie." He looked up, startled. "My name's on the building permit," she said. "I renovated this place last year. If you looked me up, you'd find me." He didn't deny it. "I wanted to see you," he admitted. "But I didn't know how, so I pretended it was an accident. Thought, if fate put us in the same room, maybe you'd forgive me." She looked down. "I don't know if I do." He nodded. "That's fair. But I know I don't want to hate you anymore." He smiled softly. "Then maybe that's a start." She brought him a slice of pie on the house. He took a bite, then paused. "Your mother made pie like this?" Samantha's jaw clenched. "She died 5 years ago." He closed his eyes. "I never got to say goodbye." "She never stopped loving you," Samantha whispered. "She always told me, he didn't leave us, he lost himself." He looked like her words had shattered something inside him. He slid something across the table. A small envelope. She opened it. Inside, a deed. Her name, her cafe. "What is this?" she asked. "I bought the building 6 months ago," he said. "Planned to renovate and sell. Then I found out who owned the cafe inside. So I put it in your name. You own it now. No more rent, no more leases." Her hands trembled. "Why?" "Because I couldn't give you time, but I can give you back everything it stole from you." She didn't cry. Not yet. She stood, walked to his side, and placed the pendant back in his palm. "No," he said. "It's yours." She shook her head. "It already pointed me home." Closing narration. He came in to compliment a waitress. He left having met his daughter. And though the past couldn't be undone, the future somehow had just begun.